Forget supplements. One of the most powerful protectors of brain and eye health is already in your kitchen. Most people don't realize this, but after age 60, the brain begins to lose volume. You may not feel it right away, but slowly, things change. You forget simple words. You pause more often mid-sentence. Reading feels tiring. Focus doesn't last. And your eyes, they start to struggle too. Glare becomes harder to handle. Night driving feels risky. The letters on the page don't look as sharp as they used to. For many, it's easy to think that's just aging. But that's only part of the picture. In reality, your brain and your eyes are running low on something they depend on every day. Not a vitamin, not a drug, but fat. The healthy kind. The kind your body used to get plenty of. And now, it's missing. Your brain is nearly 60% fat by weight. Fat is what gives nerve cells their structure. It's what helps signals travel quickly. It's what protects the retina and allows your eyes to absorb key vitamins like A and D. Without enough of the right fat, things start to slow. Visual sharpness fades, memory weakens. And repair, especially during sleep, doesn't happen the way it should. For the last few decades, we were told to avoid fat. Low-fat diets, fat-free products. We removed the very thing the nervous system needs to stay strong. And today, we're seeing the effects. The good news is, it's not too late to fix it. In this video, I'll show you 4 natural fats that help restore what time and diet may have taken away. Each one supports a different part of the repair process. Some help with inflammation. Others support nerve insulation or retinal strength. And the last one? It's often forgotten, but may be the most effective of all. If this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe. This channel is where we talk openly about aging and how to support the brain and body with clear, science-backed choices. When people talk about brain food, they often mention fish or nuts, but few realize that one of the most protective substances for both the brain and the eyes is something far simpler: olive oil. Specifically, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. What makes it powerful isn't just its fat content, it's the combination of 2 key components, oleic acid and polyphenols. These compounds don't just help with general health, they directly impact the nervous system, especially in aging adults. Let's start with the brain. As we age, the membranes that surround our brain cells begin to dry out and stiffen. These membranes are largely made of fat. When they lose their flexibility, communication between neurons slows. This affects memory, focus, and response time. Oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat found in olive oil, helps restore that flexibility. Signals travel faster, neurons fire more efficiently, the brain stays clearer. In 2017, a study published in the Annals of Clinical and Translational Neurology found that regular intake of extra virgin olive oil improved learning and memory in aging mice. It also reduced the buildup of beta amyloid plaques, the same kind found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. These findings suggest not just protection, but potential repair. Polyphenols offer a second layer of defense. They are antioxidants that fight inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 major drivers of cognitive decline. One in particular, hydroxytyrosol, helps protect brain tissue from damage and supports detox pathways. Now, the eyes. The retina is one of the most energy-demanding tissues in the body. It's exposed to constant light and oxidative stress. As we age, the risk of retinal thinning or macular degeneration rises. Olive oil helps here too. A 2018 study in Nutrients showed that polyphenols in olive oil preserve the structure of retinal cells in older adults. Participants who used olive oil regularly had healthier retinas compared to those who didn't. This suggests a real benefit in protecting long-term vision. Olive oil also improves blood flow. Good circulation brings oxygen and nutrients to the brain and eyes. Without it, even the best diet falls short. Polyphenols help reduce damage to blood vessels, keeping them more elastic over time. 2 tablespoons a day is a good target. Always choose cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, stored in dark glass. Use it raw, not for frying. Heat destroys the polyphenols. Drizzle it over cooked vegetables, grains, or soups after cooking. You can even take it straight by the spoon. Olive oil isn't a trend. It's a tool. It supports memory, clarity, and vision from the inside out. And for older adults, it's one of the most reliable ways to nourish the brain, gently, every day. Avocado is often praised for heart health, but few realize how deeply it supports the brain and eyes, especially in older adults. Rich in monounsaturated fats, avocados offer the body one of its most efficient building blocks for repair. The key fat in avocado is oleic acid. This is the same type found in breast milk, where it plays a critical role in early brain development. In adults, oleic acid helps rebuild the protective membranes that surround brain cells. These membranes allow neurons to communicate. As we age, they lose flexibility. Signals slow. Focus fades. But when these membranes are nourished, communication improves. The brain feels sharper, more responsive. In 2019, a study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults with diets high in monounsaturated fats perform significantly better on memory recall and verbal fluency tests compared to those who consumed mostly refined carbohydrates. This suggests that the type of fat matters, and avocado delivers the right kind. Avocados are also a rare dietary source of lutein, a carotenoid that accumulates in both the retina and the brain. Lutein acts as an antioxidant. It protects tissues from oxidative damage, especially in areas responsible for processing visual information and maintaining cognitive speed. What makes lutein in avocado special is its bioavailability. Unlike supplements, the lutein found in whole food sources is more easily absorbed and used by the body. A 2017 randomized controlled trial published in the journal Nutrients showed that seniors who ate 1 avocado per day for 6 months experienced a measurable increase in macular pigment density, which is a key marker of retinal health. They also showed improvements in cognitive performance, especially in areas related to attention and working memory. Beyond antioxidant protection, avocado helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, and E. These vitamins support night vision, protect the retina from oxidative stress, and aid in nerve function. Without sufficient fat, these nutrients pass through the system unused. From a nutritional standpoint, avocado is also rich in B vitamins and potassium, which support overall nerve health and vascular stability. Good blood flow is essential for delivering oxygen to the eyes and brain. Avocados contribute to this without raising cholesterol levels. In fact, a 2015 randomized study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that eating 1 avocado a day helped lower LDL cholesterol in overweight adults while maintaining HDL. This is important because vascular health is closely linked to both cognitive clarity and eye function. For older adults, the most important factor is consistency. Half an avocado per day is a simple and effective way to support both brain and eye repair. You can slice it over toast, mix it with eggs, or eat it plain with a spoon and a pinch of sea salt. The key is making it part of your daily rhythm. Avocado isn't just a healthy food. For the aging brain and the aging eye, it is structural support, a way to rebuild the foundation, one cell at a time. Ghee has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but in modern kitchens, it's often overlooked or misunderstood. Many avoid it because it contains saturated fat, but not all fats behave the same. The type of fat in ghee is different, and for aging brains and eyes, it may offer real benefits. Ghee contains short and medium-chain fatty acids, including butyrate. This compound has been studied for its anti-inflammatory effects on the brain. A 2015 study published in Nature Neuroscience showed that butyrate can reduce neuroinflammation and support new neuron growth by influencing gene expression in the hippocampus, a region critical for memory. As we age, the brain's ability to form new connections declines. Chronic low-grade inflammation, common in older adults, makes this worse. Butyrate helps reverse some of this and supports the blood-brain barrier, which protects the brain from circulating toxins. Ghee also supports the myelin sheath, the protective layer surrounding nerve fibers. When this sheath weakens, signals slow, and thinking becomes sluggish. Ghee helps maintain its structure, supporting faster, clearer communication between brain cells. For the eyes, ghee provides fat-soluble vitamins like A and E. Vitamin A supports night vision and retinal health. Without enough fat in the diet, these vitamins pass through the body without being absorbed. Ghee also contains antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress in eye tissues. A 2020 review in Clinical Ophthalmology noted that fats like ghee can help stabilize the tear film in dry eyes, especially in older adults. The fat nourishes the meibomian glands, which produce the oily layer of tears. This improves moisture retention and comfort, especially in dry indoor environments. Here's a simple example. John, age 70, had been dealing with dry eyes and morning brain fog. Redding left his eyes sore. After adding 1 teaspoon of grass-fed ghee to his breakfast oatmeal each day, he said that within 4 weeks, his eyes felt more comfortable and his thoughts were clearer in the morning. One of ghee's practical advantages is heat stability. Unlike many oils, it doesn't break down easily. That makes it ideal for cooking. Its nutrients stay intact when sautéing or warming food, making it a useful addition to daily meals. A 2018 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who included traditional fats like ghee in moderate amounts performed better on cognitive tests than those on low-fat diets. A 2016 trial published in Lipids in Health and Disease showed that ghee did not raise harmful cholesterol levels and improved HDL in healthy adults. For most seniors, 1 to 2 teaspoons of ghee per day is enough. Add it to warm porridge, vegetables, or cooked rice. Organic grass-fed ghee contains higher levels of beneficial compounds and is the best choice when available. Ghee is more than a cooking fat. It is a concentrated, stable source of nourishment for the brain and the eyes. And for older adults, it offers support where modern diets often fall short, quietly, consistently, and effectively. Omega-3 fatty acids are not optional. For the aging brain and eyes, they are essential. Among them, DHA docosahexaenoic acid is especially important. It is the most abundant omega-3 inches the human brain and retina. More than half of the brain's fat content is made up of DHA. It gives structure to nerve cell membranes, supports electrical signaling, and helps regulate inflammation. Without enough DHA, neurons become rigid, communication slows, memory fades. For the eyes, the need is just as critical. The retina contains high concentrations of DHA. This fatty acid protects retinal cells from oxidative damage, supports tear production, and helps maintain visual clarity in low light. A deficiency in DHA doesn't just lead to dry eyes. It can contribute to long-term retinal thinning. A 2014 study in the Journal of Neuroscience found that DHA supplementation improved synaptic plasticity and memory function in aging mice. Synaptic plasticity is the brain's ability to form new connections, a key part of learning and recall. This means DHA may help the brain respond better to everyday challenges, even in later years. Another study in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science, published in 2013, tested the effects of omega-3 on eye health. After 90 days of supplementation, participants showed significant improvements in tear stability, retinal function, and visual sharpness compared to the placebo group. EPA, another omega-3 found in fish oil, plays a different role. It helps control inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation, often silent, is one of the most damaging forces in the aging brain. It interferes with memory, slows processing speed, and can contribute to mood changes. EPA helps calm this inflammation, supporting clearer thinking and emotional stability. Together, DHA and EPA offer protection from multiple angles. They help the brain retain flexibility, reduce oxidative stress, and support the regeneration of nerve tissue. They also reduce eye fatigue and protect the retina from age-related damage. But dosage matters. A 2020 review in the journal Nutrients concluded that older adults need at least 800 milligrams of DHA and 400 milligrams of EPA daily to support cognitive and visual repair. Most multivitamins do not provide this level. Diet alone is often not enough, unless fatty fish is consumed regularly. The best natural sources are wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel. But for those who don't eat fish often, a purified fish oil supplement is essential. Look for one that is third-party tested for purity, especially for mercury and heavy metals. Freshness also matters. A good fish oil should be nearly odorless and come in triglyceride form for better absorption. To improve bioavailability, always take fish oil with a meal that contains some fat. This helps the body absorb the omega-3 seconds more efficiently and reduces the chance of aftertaste. Omega-3 seconds don't just slow decline. They help rebuild. They restore structure, reduce inflammation, and support energy production inside cells. For aging adults, they are not a luxury. They are the raw material the brain and eyes depend on quietly every day to stay sharp and resilient. Now that you've learned about the 4 healing fats, the next step is making them part of your daily rhythm, not as a strict diet, not as a checklist, but as a quiet form of care that supports your brain and your eyes from the inside out, especially while you sleep. At this stage of life, your body doesn't need drastic change. It needs gentle consistency. That's where the repair happens. Night is when your brain clears waste, rebuilds neurons, and resets memory pathways. Your eyes rest, recover, and restore moisture. But none of this happens well if the raw materials aren't there. That's why healthy fats matter. They provide the building blocks for membranes, nerve coatings, retinal layers, and anti-inflammatory protection. Without them, repair slows. With them, the system gets what it needs to heal. You don't need to remember everything from earlier. Just a simple plan you can start tonight. 4 small steps, each one designed to support either your memory, your vision, or both. In the morning, begin with half an avocado. Slice it over toast, mash it with eggs, or eat it plain. This gives you monounsaturated fat and lutein, which support retinal health and cognitive speed throughout the day. At lunch, add 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Drizzle it over vegetables, soups, or grains. Use it raw to preserve the polyphenols, which protect brain cells and reduce retinal inflammation. In the afternoon or evening, take your fish oil. Aim for 800 milligrams DHA and 400 milligrams EPA. Take it with a meal that contains fat to improve absorption. This supports nerve repair, tear quality, and memory protection. Finally, use 1 teaspoon of ghee to prepare a warm dish. Stir it into porridge, sauté vegetables, or melt it into rice. Ghee supports myelin production, vitamin absorption, and may help with dry eye symptoms. This plan is flexible. It doesn't require perfection, just presence. What matters most is that your brain and eyes receive steady, daily support. These fats don't act like medicine. They act like nourishment. Quiet, familiar, and deeply needed. The biggest mistake is waiting. Many don't act until memory slips or vision blurs. But by then, damage is harder to reverse. The best time to begin is now. You don't have to do everything at once. Start with 1 thing. Half an avocado tomorrow. A spoonful of olive oil at lunch. 1 small action that reminds your body, I still care. Healing at this stage of life isn't about fixing everything. It's about giving your body the chance to do what it was built to do. Repair, restore, and keep going. The science is clear. These fats work, but only if they show up on your plate. If this video helped you, please consider liking it or sharing it with someone who needs it. You can also leave a comment. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. This is a space for real answers and quiet hope at any age.